Hi! As y'all can see, I have a huge collection of supplements, but today we're going to talk about whether or not you need to waste your money on these. First of all, we're going to start with the protein powder because I feel like it's the most common one, and there's like a huge misconception that you need to chug this protein right after the workout. Keep in mind that you don't need protein to build muscle. Like, you don't need whey protein. You just need natural sources. Like, as long as you hit like 0.71 gram protein per pound of body weight, you're fine. This is just a convenient protein source, meaning if you always have a hard time getting your protein with natural sources like chicken, or maybe you're like on a vegetarian diet, this is where whey comes in. It's just a super easy way to get more protein. For example, one scoop of this has, where do I find the protein? Has 22 grams. So, and you can make like really fun recipes, like for example, protein shakes, protein oats, protein pancakes, protein French toast. List goes on. The thing is, I do work with Legion. This is low-key sponsored, but all I'm gonna say is right now they are having a buy one, get one 50 off all their protein powders. I personally only work with brands I trust. So yes, I'm promoting this, but at the same time, my friends are always shocked at how fucking good this tastes. And it's just like blends in so easily. And it's so versatile, like you can do it for so many recipes. You guys can actually get 20 off all the supplements with code KENZA in case you want to try them. And they have a satisfaction guarantee, meaning if you don't like the supplements, you'll get your money back without having to return the supplement. You guys can find the link in the description box. Next up, let's talk about creatine. Okay, so creatine is literally the most studied protein. Creatine is literally the most studied supplement out there, and it's the only supplement that you should probably trust because there's so much evidence supporting that creatine does promote muscle gains. But let's explain how that works. So in your muscles, you do have something called phosphocreatine. Phosphocreatine is a molecule that gets broken down when you're training at high intensities for energy. You get energy from ATP. Phosphocreatine makes it easier for your muscles to get ATP while lifting weights. So when you ingest creatine, it gets stored as phosphocreatine, and guess what? You're gonna have more energy, thus your performance goes up. If you can perform better and push harder at higher intensities, it's gonna make it easier for you to build muscle. You have to take creatine every single day. So you take one single dose, which is about like 5 grams every day. There are some side effects. For example, like if you want to have more phosphocreatine, it is going to get stored with more water in your muscles, so you might notice that you're going to experience more bloating. There's going to be more water retention, so don't be shocked when the scale on the number goes up a few pounds. It's not because you're getting fat, it could be because you're getting muscle, but it's just because water retention. Next up, we have pre-workout. So again, you don't need pre-workout, but it helps. It's literally just a caffeine source. It also has other benefits like beta-alanine. Beta-alanine is what makes it itchy. So if you feel itchy, you're just gonna have the urge to move around, and that's what makes pre-workout great, especially if you find yourself to be like maybe a lazy fuck sometimes and you just don't want to get up. This is for you. Also have caffeine. If you're not a fan of caffeine, Legion does offer a stim-free option. The stim-free doesn't have caffeine, but it still increases blood flow. It gives you the itches, so if you're feeling lazy at the end of the day but you don't want to have any caffeine, this is for you. We have fat burners. I feel like everyone in the fitness industry is trying to tell you fat burners, but no one really knows if they're actually worth it. Fat burners do not magically burn fat. Fat burners only work if you're eating right and training right. So what they do is they actually suppress your appetite, so you're less likely to crave stuff and you're more likely to stay within your calories. If you want to lose fat, you need to be in a caloric deficit. However, if you're a hungry bitch and it's just really hard for you to stay in the deficit, this shit actually works. Like, I take it every time I'm cutting, and the way it works is like I have less of an appetite, so it's so much easier for me to stick to my calories. There is a stim and stim-free version. I just use the stim-free version, take it every day when I'm cutting. Literally works like a miracle, and you guys can get 20 off with code KENZA. Again, I'm only promoting stuff I genuinely love, and I wouldn't just like tell you to buy this if it didn't actually work. There are other sneaky like brands out there promoting fat burners for the wrong reasons. Like, yes, they do the same thing, but they're kind of like misleading you, saying, oh, you just take this and it's gonna burn fat. It doesn't work like that. Next up, we have greens. So I feel like there's a lot of misinformation out there of gym girlies saying, oh, take this drink and it'll reduce your bloating, how to de-bloat. That's just complete bullshit. I take greens because it just has the greens that I'm not maybe getting in my own diet, like the veggies, spinach, kale, stuff like that. It does help with digestion because it does help with the fiber you're getting, but it doesn't actually de-bloat. So if you want to actually de-bloat, I would say if you like struggle with chronic bloating, go visit a doctor and see what's up. Could be stress, it could be that you're not eating enough fiber, could be that you're not exercising. If you exercise more, I promise you will feel more bloated. Maybe you're not drinking enough water. It can be so many factors. It can also be your period. If it's that time of the month, you will feel hella bloated. So I'm just saying, don't take this, all I'm saying is don't fall for the trap of buying the Bloom greens or whatever, because it's gonna de-bloat you. That's complete BS. If there is a supplement I did not mention in this video, it's probably because you shouldn't waste your money on it. Like for example, BCAAs, there's not enough evidence to support that it actually helps you like maintain muscle, so I would not waste my money on that. Pre-workout, creatine, protein powder, greens, fat burners are something you should consider investing in, but again, you don't need them, they only help.